Around 2 weeks ago, I was able to beat Kanto from start to finish in around 6 hours and 30 minutes. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was pretty fast. But I knew I could do it much quicker. So today, I decided to redo the challenge. But this time, with the help of a very useful item that many people told me about. And that is the common egg. Buying and opening this egg will instantly give you a level 40 common Pokemon. Meaning that let's say if you buy it at the 3rd gym, you now have a level 40 Pokemon against a level 20 gym leader, which is a pretty huge advantage. As for the rules, the same rules still apply. I am not allowed to transfer anything from my main account to the new one, nor can I ask anybody else for some help. However, I am still allowed to buy stuff from the global market with the money I make on that new account. Now that the rules have been set, let's get started with the challenge. After getting through the character customization, I set a timer to start ticking as soon as I started moving in game. So just like last time, I chose my starter as Bulbasaur. While I make my way towards Pewter City to get my first gym badge, I know that I need to save enough money to buy a common egg as that's the biggest priority, so I decided to do the quest in Viridian Forest for some quick cash. I then proceeded to beat Brock with nothing but Vine Whip, and moved on to Mount Moon, beating up some trainers to make more cash and eventually got to Cerulean City. With some decent amount of money, I decided to check the global market to see if I could afford a common egg, and would you look at that, I got a level 40 Weedle on my team. I still had some money left to spare, so I also ended up buying a level 40 Moxie Gyarados as well, because why not? I then went to go challenge Misty, but she said no and gave me the badge, so I left. After that, unlike last time, I went to Route 25 into Bill's house to acquire my SSN ticket. Once I reached Vermilion City, I went inside the SSN to receive my HM cut from the captain. Oh, and I also bought 2 Golems and a Skit because why not? This time, Lieutenant Surge couldn't handle my 2 boulders and I was able to acquire the 3rd gym badge. Next up, I make my way through a rock tunnel and ended up in the spooky Lavender Town. Too spooked to explore the tower, I decided to head my way to Celadon City and beat up Erica to boost my confidence. Oh, and I also did the same to Giovanni. But then on my way back to Lavender Town, my Gyarados got a little hungry, so I decided to stop by the Saffron City gym and let Gyarados eat Sabrina's Alakazam, although it died. With some gained confidence, I was able to race through the top of the Pokemon Tower and save the old guy from Team Rocket. I then make my way to Fuchsia City and go straight to challenge Koga, but I let my Gyarados off his leash and it ended up eating through his team. With my newly acquired 6th badge, I went to the Safari Zone and grabbed HM Surf and used it to make my way towards Seafoam Islands. After I got through Seafoam Islands, I arrived ashore at Cinnabar Island. Once there, I went straight to the Pokemon Mansion to acquire the key required to unlock the gym. I then take on Blaine and simply just drown his fire-type team with my Gyarados. Moving on, I surfed and walked my way back to Viridian City. There I wasted no time and head straight into the gym, only to break Giovanni's hopes and confidence, just like the way his floor tiles were. Anyways, I went through the league reception gate and got through the entire Victory Road like I was walking through a familiar neighborhood, and ended up in the Indigo Plateau. I then went on a shopping spree to buy as much potions and revives as possible to well prepare myself for the Elite Four battle. With 5 more minutes left before the counter reaches 2 hours, let's find out if I can make it in time. Lorelai's the first one up, and I lead with Surskit to place down Sticky Web. Once it died, I switched to Golem to set up the Stealth Rocks. Now it was Gyarados' time to set up Dragon Dance. In this case, I was able to use it 2 times, and that was all I needed to beat the rest of Lorelai's team. Bruno was up next, and I tried using Surskit again, but it died before I was able to place down a Sticky Web, so I had to rely on Golem's Stealth Rock for this battle. Golem was also able to lower the Onix's health, just enough for Gyarados to be able to kill it and gain the Moxie buff. The rest of Bruno's team was then claimed by the Gyarados. Although I was able to beat Bruno, I was not able to beat the Elite Four within 2 hours, which is a bummer, but it's all good. Agatha is the next member, and for this one, I do the same setup as the one against Bruno. I try to sticky web with Skit, but it dies, so I stealth rock with the Golem, and let Gyarados take care of the rest of her team. The last Elite Four member, Lance the Dragon type, was probably the easiest out of them all, simply because Gyarados with Ice Fang is good against almost every single Pokemon in his team. And finally the champion, aka the rival, simply couldn't survive the wrath of my Gyarados. Looking back at this challenge, I think that the Common Egg made this run more than 3 times easier than the one without it. Having a level 40 Pokemon early on gave me such a huge advantage, even though there is some luck required, like someone selling the egg for much cheaper, or if the ×2 XP Altar is active. But nevertheless, I was able to beat Kanto in 2 hours, 8 minutes, and 59 seconds. Welp, there you have it. Another video related to Kanto. Maybe I'm too scared to do one on Johto, or too lazy. But regardless, it was fun to do and make. And I really didn't expect it to take less than 3 hours. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time, peace.